Pokemon trainers, welcome back to another Beast EM2 video. Today we're going to go ahead and take a look at Shadow Mewtwo in the Master League. Don't forget that Shadow Mewtwo will be coming back to Shadow Raids this weekend. And we're going to go ahead and jump right into the battles. So my Shadow Mewtwo does not have good PvP IVs for the Master League. But I still managed to get it to level 50 and it is doing amazing. I really love to use it because it's just a very strong Pokemon. So this Origin form, Dialga versus the Alter form, Giratina. Well, this matchup is comfortable for us because those Dragon Claws will be doing resisted damage. Roar of Time right there was able to knock out that Giratina. Roar of Time is 10 times better than Draco Meteor because you do not get debuffed. As you can see, they're going to be bringing in Melmetal, and that superpower is going to knock us out, which is going to be fine. And Landorus is going to be coming in here now with Sansir Storm. Its signature move, it is such an amazing move because it's going to debuff your opponent's attack. As you can see, they use superpower there again, not sure why. Because of Landorus' flying type, we're going to be able to resist those superpowers, and we're going to be able to knock out that Melmetal right there. In comes Dialga, and we're going to be able to debuff this Dialga's attack right here with Sansir Storm right there. So you can see it dropped its attack, and we might actually not need to bring in our Shadow Mewtwo into this matchup. Like I said, if we did need to bring in Shadow Mewtwo because we are ahead in shields, one Shadow Ball and one Side Strike should be enough from that range. And especially because it is a shadow, it will do even more damage. So the thing about the Shadow Mewtwo is that it's gonna be super glassy, but it's gonna hit very hard. So you do want to get a good PvP IV for the Master League this weekend if you're able to raid. As you can see there, now into the next battle right there, Origin form Dialga versus the Skeller Dirge right there. Again, Roar of Time would be the best moveset, but we do need to try to get some shields. So we're gonna go ahead and throw Iron Head. We are able to get one shield out of this Pokemon, and right here we do know that it might have Shadow Ball, which would hit decently hard right there. But they threw Disarming Voice, which we shielded the first one, and now we're not gonna shield the second one because we should be able to take it. As you could see there, they're gonna be coming in with Primarina, and we're gonna go ahead and throw this Iron Head. It will be doing neutral damage. Because of its water typing, it will actually cancel out the super effectiveness. But they use both shields, and in comes Shadow Mewtwo right here. As you can see, it is best buddy as well. This Shadow Mewtwo is going to knock out that Primarina, and now they're going to be bringing in Gyarados, and we're going to be hitting it hard with the Side Strike. So again, you will need to remove Frustration and then double Elite TM your Shadow Mewtwo's if you want this exact moveset. If you don't want to double TM it, you could just get Side Strike and throw in some spice with Ice Beam or Thunderbolt, because sometimes a lot of trainers don't expect that moveset, and you could hit some Dragon types very hard. Now we're gonna be closing up this battle with our Landorus right there. We're gonna be able to get to the Sansir Storm and knock out that Skeledirge right there and call it a good game. So GG's to my opponent. Now we're gonna go ahead and jump into the third battle right here. Solgaleo versus our Origin form Dialga. Dialga right here is going to be doing resisted damage with those Dragon Breaths, which is going to be fine. We're going to go ahead, and I believe we're not going to shield this first one because it is going to be a Psychic Fang. So we're going to be able to take those all day long. We do want to do the most resisted damage. Iron Head just does resisted damage, so it's not going to hit as hard as Roar of Time. But we do manage to pick up a shield, which is going to be perfect. Now I believe we aren't going to do our shields because Psychic Fangs, we're going to be able to resist them. We are dropping our defense, but that is going to be okay because we do have our Landorus and we have Mewtwo in the back. So I believe we aren't going to shield. We're not going to shield. We get our Dialga very low. We aren't able to get to Iron Head, so that our Dialga goes down. Now we're going to be bringing in Landorus, and I believe we still don't shield. We're going to keep our shields for Shadow. No, we're going to shield right there. Psychic Fang is going to drop our attack, and that's going to be fine. Now with this Sansir Storm, our opponent's either going to shield or let their Solgaleo go down. They do let their Solgaleo go down, and in comes Dragonite. Now in this matchup, we are going to try to bait with the Sansir Storm. If we get the bait, it's going to be good because we're going to be able to drop their attack, and unfortunately we don't. So now we're going to go ahead and try to get to a Stone Edge before they get to a Dragon Claw. We got to the Stone Edge, and we're going to see if our opponent is going to shield or not. They do not shield, so we are able to one-shot that Dragonite. In comes Melmetal and Sansir Storm. I believe we do shield to throw the Sansir Storm. No, we're just going to let it go with double Iron Bash. In comes Shadow Mewtwo with 1 shield. And right here, you do just want to go Shadow Ball to do that neutral damage. Especially with the Shadow bonus, you are going to be hitting it a little bit harder. As you can see here, even if they don't shield, if they shield or not, we're going to be able to get to another Shadow Ball. As you can see there, they didn't shield, which is going to be perfect. Because then that just means we need to get to 2 Side Strikes and we're going to be able to call it a game. The bad thing though is double Iron Bash is very spammy, so we are gonna have to try to outpace it. As you can see there, we missed a couple bubbles right there, which is gonna be fine. Side Strike comes in, it gets shielded. They do have a lot of energy for that double Iron Bash, and double Iron Bash is very spammy. As you can see there, we're gonna be able to get to that Side Strike once again, and we're gonna see if we're gonna be able to knock out this Melmetal, and we do, and that's gonna be a good game to our opponent. Don't forget to hit like on this video, comment, and subscribe to the channel. We're gonna go ahead and jump into the next battle. Dialga versus Dragonite. They're gonna be bringing into a Togekiss. Now right here, we did swap into our Shadow Mewtwo to try to just get shields. It is very glassy, so you're gonna see how easily it gets eaten alive by those charms. As you can see there, well, I believe we are gonna shield because we should be able to get to another Side Strike. In this case, we are able to get. They do get a buff though. They got a buff, and as you can see here, we're gonna be able to get 1 shield and do decent damage with those Side Strikes. In comes Dialga now, and we're gonna be able to farm down this Togekiss. I believe we do shield because that Togekiss is boosted, so we don't know if they had a flamethrower right there, so we're able to knock it out. In comes a Groudon, and this is gonna be a very tough matchup. Right here, we're gonna throw Roar of Time. They do manage to block it, and we're gonna try to catch a Precipice Blades. And hopefully, if this is a Precipice Blades, then it's gonna be an amazing catch right here. Precipice Blades comes in, and we're able to catch it. Not very effective, and now they managed to swap into Dragonite. We held on to our energy, and we're gonna be able to throw this Stone Edge and do a decent amount of damage. Unfortunately, though, it will not knock it out, and those Mud Shots will not do it enough as well. So they're going to be able to throw off a Dragon Claw. And as you can see there, this Dragonite right here gets farmed down. But Groudon has a lot of energy. And we messed up right there because we should have gone for the Roar of Time. Unfortunately, we didn't. And as you can see here, we're going to be able to go down to that Precipice Blade. So GG's to my opponent. Let's go ahead and jump into the last battle of the video. If you're enjoying it so far, comment down the hype for the Shadow Mewtwo. Like I said, it's going to be an amazing weekend with all those Shadow Mewtwo raids. Hopefully you could find a raid group to knock out those Shadow Mewtwo's. So we're going to go ahead and try to get Iron Heads right here. Just to get those shields against that Mewtwo. As you can see here, we're going to be able to get that Mewtwo very low. Right here, we're going to be debating if we're going to shield or not. Side Strike comes in. We're able to resist it. They're gonna come in with the Togekiss now. If we manage to get the shield right here, it's going to be huge. We don't get the shield, but we did the damage right there. So we're going to be able to come in with our Mewtwo. We don't want to come in with Landorus right there because it's going to take a minute to get to Stone Edge. And those Side Strikes are going to do a decent amount of damage, as you can see there. They're going to be bringing in their Mewtwo right here. We do want to shield. One Shadow Ball from Mewtwo will knock you out because, like I said, Mewtwo is very glassy. As you can see here, we're going to be able to throw Side Strikes. And as you can see, we are able to knock out that Mewtwo. And in comes a Giratina Origin form. We're going to try to get to the Shadow Ball. We don't want to bait because if we're able to knock it out with one Shadow Ball, that's going to be amazing. We do pick up the shield and we're going to swap immediately into the Landorus because remember, Sansear Storm will drop its attack. If this is Ominous Wind and they get the boost, it's going to be a good game. Thankfully though, I believe they didn't get the boost, so we're going to be able to debuff them with Sansear Storm right there. So you can see their attack dropped, and we're going to be able to take this move, whatever it is. The Shadow Ball is going to be nice. We dropped their attack, and we're not going to be playing around this time. We're going to go ahead and go straight Stone Edge to knock out this Giratina. So there you guys have it. GG's to my opponent. Let me know down below what you thought about the team. Let me know if you have an Origin form Dialga from the Gold Tour. Let me know if you're excited for Shadow Mewtwo raids. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next video.